Anushka Jha, and I welcome you all to Adgully's Offbeat segment, a segment wherein we interview the marketers of the world, but with a twist. We have candid, casual, fun kind of an interactions. And for the year 2025, the first interaction with us for an interaction, we have Arvind Iyer. Hello, sir.
Hi, Anushka.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Great, sir. So, are you ready for?
I'm never ready, but because I don't know what's coming, but we'll try and see how best we can answer them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is like my favorite segment, so I'm really excited for this. So let's
Sure.
begin.
Yeah.
The first question: what's the one best advice you have ever received till the year 2025?
Um, yeah, someone told me that keep building skill, and it always gives you the ability to stay curious and keep learning. It's being used in pop culture movies as well. So if you think of, I think Three Idiots, na? Three Idiots, he talks about यार काबिल बन लो नहीं तो कामयाबी पीछे झक मार के आएगी, stuff like that.
Yes.
So I think the skill advice is the best advice I've gotten so far.
Okay, so the next question: how are you using AI currently in your daily life?
That actually links to the first question, because interestingly that's about skill, right? And it's very easy to put your hands away, but getting in and doing it is a lot of fun. I use AI pretty much every day for inspiration. So
Okay.
we tend to do a lot, a lot of stuff, but essentially if you're looking for a few things, we do kind of tap in. One thing that I've really enjoyed doing over the last few months is being able to develop video without any shoot or any coding sort of environment, and do that in various Indic languages, and we've done that completely off just like one laptop. So
Okay.
and we've tried to do it ourselves. So we're very proud of the fact that we managed to get a few of them out. But yeah, it keeps us going.
Great. So, would you like to share one unusual talent or a skill you think you have? Others don't.
Okay, others don't, is it? That I'm not sure of, but I can tell you about something that that's quite unusual that I do that doesn't relate to my work. I moonlight as a musician.
Okay.
I play an instrument called the bass guitar, and
Okay.
I also sing for a couple of bands in Mumbai.
Okay. So if someone is going through your playlist, what would they find? What would they find on your playlist?
It's all weird old stuff, yeah. So Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Jaco Pastorius. Gosh, these are names I don't even know whether I should be saying it. It's just
You can share it.
I don't know. People might not even find this interesting. So yeah, I mean, like a whole lot of Rush.
Music has no language and
yeah.
it's subjective, so you
So
can
so
go
like a
on.
ton of jazz. I listen to a lot of progressive rock. I like some really small, tiny indie outfits as well, like Project Huge. I listen to Benny Dayal and the Punctuation.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's a small list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what one or maybe two or maybe three podcast recommendation you would like to give to our audience?
So maybe one that I listen to that I often keep going back to is How I Built This by Guy Raz.
Okay.
It came as a recommendation from a colleague of mine, and I've been hooked on ever since. And what he basically does is he calls either a founder or a co-founder of pretty much anything that you can imagine, mostly in the West, and he breaks down how they built the company.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, so really cool. So like he's got guys like PayPal, somebody who did like this collab with Lady Gaga for some
Okay.
kind of product. So lots of such examples that are there. I mean, you can just keep listening. It's a whole lot of fun.
Okay. So I think podcast is done. Music is done. I think then, what was that one book you would like to recommend to our audience?
I can think of maybe a couple, but one
Or maybe two.
one
okay.
that I find quite endearing is because of जब भी when we were kids हम बच्चे थे तभी your books used to come with illustrations, right?
Yeah.
So here is a adultish book with illustrations. It's by Charles T. Munger. It's
Okay.
called Poor Charlie's Almanac.
Okay.
I mean, essentially the guy who built Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay.
Is I mean, it's him. So it's a great look into how he looks at pretty much everything around investing, Berkshire Hathaway. It's pretty crazy. One should read it. It's very cool.
Okay. And lastly, this is my favorite question. I'm really keen to know, what is that one superpower you wish you had and why?
Oh, I don't know if I can answer that. I mean, I just don't know. I probably think I have an answer for that when, as a marketing guy or maybe as someone who's run businesses, maybe the ability to know what your consumers really thinking about rather than trying
to like unfiltered.
Yeah, I mean, if there is a way for you to kind of sit wherever you are and you're able to think of
read people's mind, consumers' mind, if I could say.
Yeah, maybe to some extent. I mean, otherwise it gets too creepy. You don't want to go there, but you want to read enough to kind of know what's going on, right? What it is, rather than, because we are all trying to second guess everything. So yeah, if that's and one other maybe
that was a marketer's answer, but if I'm asking to like completely you personally, what would that be?
I actually wouldn't mind being like a psychologist.
Okay.
I don't have chops for it, but if I could like sleep and the next day I could wake up and I'm sort of this counseling psychologist kind of person, I think that'd be very cool.
Okay. I think that's pretty it, and yeah, that was fun, rapid as well. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time and your honest answers.
Thank you again. Thank you.